Hello. So I hope the audio comes through clearly, crisply, and at an adequate volume. I did a what's that? Is it called a draft? If it's a voice recording. Um. Anyway, did a draft, and it seems it only plays well at volume level 100 on my laptop. So I hope it doesn't blast anyone's ears with this new recording, where I'm speaking notably a little bit louder than I normally do. Uh, yeah, I just want to say hi and to welcome you onto my new art world journey, if that makes sense at all. I've, taken the last few months off. Not that this was a job or a holiday. I've just been inactive and busy with life, gaming, and moping around. Not particularly. I hardly mope now. Sometimes I think back on my later chapters. Is it later chapters or previous chapters? It's probably previous chapters, isn't it? Past chapters, previous. Like things to come later on. So we're talking about previous and past. Anyway, I've digressed. So yeah, I have been doing some admin, tidying up my files and documents, and believe me, the amount of backlog I've got going is terrifying and overwhelming, and a sense of crippling doubt and just frustration has, you know, basically sent me into procrastination and avoidance. So instead of tackling backlog, we start a new journey. That is how the mind of a procrastinator perhaps works. Or my mind, at least. That said, I'm pretty happy for these pieces, and I do apologize that you're basically viewing a steel on a screen because I tried to film last night, but the audio didn't work out, and I figured it's better to record than to let the ramblings of someone who's up at 1:35 in the morning be all that you listen to. That said, just a couple of things. Really, mostly I've wanted to wait till day 30 or art piece 30, but I made a big rectangle one, which I'm really proud of. And I wanted to just move on with life, Why do we wait for the perfect moment? Why do we wait for the right occasion? There's really hardly ever anything just so perfect about number 30. And yeah, let's just do this. Not quick and choppy, but intentional and hopeful. I made a really good one, y'all. Like, I'm really proud of some of these pieces, mostly because half the time I have no idea how I got them to happen the way they did. And I think that's one of the things I'm learning. I am still ridiculously terrified of making a mistake on camera, and I'm sure professional artists with their knowledge of watercolor brushes and techniques and whatnot will be yelling at me, going like, Corliss, that's not the way. The canvas is damaged. It's probably true. I have no idea. I've got no professional formal schooling, but the process is amazing. And I don't know, it's just fun for me to show up for my square, play with the colors that pop into my mind, and see how the water takes me. So that's what I want to record, that's what I want to preserve, and that's what I want to chuck onto the internet. I, you know, I struggled, with like the whole who's even watching, why am I doing this? But on the off chance that someone finds these entertaining, hopeful, inspiring, I hope this makes you happy. But mostly I've also sort of clicked through a couple of my old videos when I was tidying up my laptop and, just filing and backing up computer, I mean computer, backing up files and all that, and I realized that it's kind of cool to just be able to click on something that you did like months ago and go like, whoa, Corliss, you're in a dark space, or whoa, Corliss, you've grown so much since. And I think I want to keep doing that for future me. Not to say that, future me would really have the time perhaps to even watch through my own videos, which is odd, isn't it? You put something out there and you would kind of hope that you would be able to appreciate your own craft, but sometimes I'm also like, that's a dull video. But I don't know. So a few things to note, perhaps going forward as a courtesy. I think I struggled really to keep the form and the consistency, partly because of the audio choices and when to fast forward the video or slow the video down, transitions and all that. And I can't guarantee none of them will still be there. I can't guarantee all of them will be there, all these little attempts at entertainment. But uh, moving forward, these videos will really probably just be me cataloging my time spent on my tiny squares and filming and recording the process essentially. So yeah, that's that for me. I'm learning and hoping that this little task and this activity would keep my confidence growing in a healthy way, would, you know, embody me to have a little bit more self respect for my own person and my heart, and to remember that I like making things and I like writing things. It's a part that unfortunately I sort of had stowed away, thinking my creativity would be used for my previous workplace, and it panned out for a bit, but circumstances and stuff kind of brought me away from that, which leaves you a shell of a person, and then you kind of forget that you had a life before and you're having a life now. So I don't know. Time and time again, if you've been around long enough, you'll be like, this Corliss always forgets that she makes art and she gets happy. So why is she always forgetting? But maybe that's why we don't always eat our fruit and veggies as well, even though we absolutely know that exercise, water, and all that are good for us. I also need more sunlight. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for me. Have a good night or a good morning. I don't know if I want to have like a specific standard time I post this, but we'll see. I'm here being all optimistic, editing this very first thing to go out tomorrow. And then hopefully the rest would flow as per normal, and I will learn the simple lesson of not letting things pile up, and it won't be so overwhelming. And yeah. Anything else for me? Not really. I wish you all the best in all the things you're doing. I hope you enjoy making art if that's something that works for you. If not, take a walk, drink lots of water, be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and send warm hugs. And also, yeah, just, I don't know. I like having this place to share my weird little world. So if you like that, then that's good. If not, the internet's big enough for all of us. I don't know. Self awareness is telling me I'm experiencing some sense of loneliness. But we might cut this bit out. Nah, we're good. Alright, take care of yourselves. Warm hugs.